Okay, gang, we're back. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna match the newly carved brace back to the sides. Now, I mentioned in the previous video that I actually tucked the braces underneath the kerf lining. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to notch out the kerf lining on the. I actually glue the back section first. We notch out the kerf lining on the back of the sides. You'll see what we do. Now, there's a couple of things that I did first. What I do is I actually work with the brace layout jig, which you've seen earlier. So I'll lay this across here, and there's some lines on here I'm going to show you that show me kind of where the sides are, and that's where the edge of the form is, and that's where the inside of the side, and I want to carve the braces up to there. So I'll do is use this. I'll go in with a pencil. I'll mark off the braces, and I'll cut them off. I actually did this one right here. I actually cut this one shy already. You can see, hard to see. I marked off over here, chiseled it down, and took off this extra bracing. So I'm gonna do the same. This one, the line is. Let me see if we can get that in focus. Right about here. And chisel that off, because this is the sides are probably going to be right about here, and the thickness of the sides right about there, and we got to make sure that the braces are short of the sides. Now, there are some guys that will absolutely cut through the sides, and then you'll be able to see the braces from the sides, which is actually, we'll just come right over here. You actually see the braces sticking out from the sides. Over here in this section, the braces will come all the way through. You'll see it. They route that off when they end up putting on the bindings. Now, obviously, if you're not binding the instrument, you cannot do that. So there are some instruments, in fact, most of my instruments are bound, but we just go through the process where we tuck the braces on the inside anyway. So what I've done is, let me put this away. Well, you know, I've already trimmed the braces already. This is a different back that we're using. This is a Milo back. This is the koa back for the koa instrument. So you can see these are all trimmed already. Trimmed down to inside. All right. I'll use this template and I'll put it on the side itself. Or, sorry. Yeah, on the sides. And then I will mark on the sides where I need to notch out. And I've actually notched most of them out already. So you can see, let's see if we can get this. Right here, there's a little notch section. Let's get that in focus. I've already notched this one out. This one is kind of a pain to do because it's on an angle. I don't have a skew chisel. Notch that out. I've notched all of them out except this one right here. So this one right here is not notched out just yet. So we'll notch that one out on the demo. I've already marked the lines, and I've used a razor knife to make my cuts. Let me see if we can see this. Yep. Use a razor knife and I made my cuts. Now, once upon a time, I used to use a Dremel and a Fordham, and it's super easy to do that. If you guys don't have it, we'll just go with a chisel. So I use a 1/4-inch chisel because it's actually a 1/4-inch brace, and we're just gonna notch this out. I'm gonna shut up now. We're gonna do the demo. I'm gonna notch that one out. You're gonna see me try to fit everything else in, make sure it all fits, and then we'll see if we can actually glue the back on today instead of just notching it. actually, we're gonna end the video right here. That was really quick, but you get the gist. We notched out one of them. There's a little bit of fitment back and forth. What I was trying to show you guys is I actually had to trim off a little bit of the seam bracing on the top and bottom to make sure it's super tight. In fact, this one probably needs a little bit more trimming off the back, right in here. Anyway, it's super tight in all directions. The notches fit really, really nice. What I didn't talk about earlier is actually the spreader. So how I have this in the form is because the back is arched, I have this side flat on a board, and then I tightened everything up. I will tighten up the heel block and the tail block first. The most important thing for me is that I get these two square this way and up and down. And then I'll go ahead and pull out the sides with these side spreaders right here. Now what's nice about this right here is after I put the back on, I can flip it over and I can do some cleanup if I need to. After I put the top on, all of these pieces right here will come out through the sound hole. So it's actually glued on here. What I also use this form for is after I glue the top, I don't have to take it out. I can loosen up, we're talking about this form now, I can loosen it up, and actually I can remove the whole form. It's an outside form, so most forms will do that. It's two-piece. I'll unscrew it, and then I can trim the tops and backs into the sides. But that's it for now, guys. That was really, really quick. Again, all we did was basically notch out the linings to fit the bracings and tucked underneath. Now, there's some arguments for and against. This is how I was taught. I continue to do it. The braces should never lift or pop once they're tucked under like this, okay? Got any questions, comments? Put them down below. Subscribe. Catch you next time.